Okay, I got my friend's knives all sharpened up and cleaned up and wrapped up, and now I'm going to sand on this machete for a little bit. And probably I got to work on our lawnmower. I think I got a bearing mandrel or bearings going bad. I'm pretty sure I do, because it just got really loud when I mowed yesterday, so I may drag that down into the shop and get up under there. And I have a bearing mandrel put up, so if it is a bearing, I'll just replace it. So I'm going to sand on this for a couple hours and then probably go to my garage. Well, there's one side. I mean, one side up to 150. I mean, I come off the belt at 120, and then I sand the grind lines out with 150, which is, coming off the belt to the very first sandpaper grit is the hardest, most time-consuming grit of all. And I got one side done. So let's flip this over, have a look at the other side. All right, here we go. Take a short break, rest my arms a minute, and get to sanding. I might have this, I'm gonna try to stay at it. My arm's getting tired, but I'm gonna try to stay at it and get this side done too, because like I say, after this initial grit, the rest of the grits progress fairly rapidly. As a matter of fact, if I get this all sanded today up to 150, tomorrow I will go to 180, 223, 2400. I will stop at 600, and I could do that in a day if I started early. So we'll see. I'm gonna do as much as I can, but I gotta tell you this, my arms, it's been months since I've been out here and done any real hard work, sanding. But you lose your muscles really quick. I mean, it does take a certain group of muscles in your shoulders and biceps and forearms, and even your hands. My thumb is just killing me because you really got to grip the sandpaper tight. So you lose it real fast when you don't do it for a couple of months. And I want to say this, if, I have this sharpening machine that makes sharpening knives super fast, super simple, and very sharp. And if there's anybody that wants your knives sharpened and you'll live near me, I'd be happy to sharpen for you. I don't charge anything for sharpening them because it's just too simple, and I kind of enjoy sharpening them, to tell you the truth. It's enjoyable to sit there and make a dull knife super wicked, scary sharp in just, 90 seconds. So if you live near me and you want your knives sharpened, I'd be happy to sharpen for you. You bring them over, sit and have a cup of coffee, and I'll sharpen your knives for you, no charge. All right, take a little break, pet my dog, and get started on this side, see what I can get accomplished. Okay, I got something I'm going to do. The Unknown Nose, I think that's his code name. I'm giving him my other Fall Risk patch, but I'm throwing in a bunch of BC swag too. So I got that in my truck, and I'm going to go mail that. That'll give my arm just a little longer to rest. And then I'm going to come back and go to sanding. So we'll be back directly. All right, we're getting there. I'm actually going to get both sides. I'm actually going to get both sides grind lines sanded out today, and that's a major accomplishment. Okay, I mailed the box. Got me a due, and my arms are feel like noodles, but I'm gonna sit a minute and then get back to it. You holding up? All right, we'll be back. Well, what do you know? Not only have I gotten this sanded up, I'm just gonna take it out. That's 150. All the grind lines are sanded out. And looking good. I like it. I'm happy with it. You know what? Change of plans. I'm going to go ahead and stay here and sand some more. I was going to take a look at the lawnmower, but my wife is on it, so apparently the bearing is not so bad that it can't be used. And actually, it doesn't even sound as bad as it did the other day. So I think I'm going to work on this the rest of the day, and tomorrow, which is Saturday, we're expecting lots of rain. It's like 60 or 70% chance of heavy rain. So I'm probably going to just go lock myself up in the garage and work on those headlights, and you will see that video Sunday. And that'll be just an all-day project, and yeah, take my time to do it right. Okay, so I'm just going to continue working on this. I'm really happy with the progress. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I drilled a 3/8 hole here, and I got a 3/8 tube. So I'm going to have a paracord lanyard here, and this fella is likely going to be using this. So what I've done is I've made about a 1/16 of an inch bevel here, right? That's what I got left. And the reason is, this is going to be a real tough edge, and you can't bring this down to a thin edge. So it's going to be, there's a name for it, I'm not sure. It's going to be sort of like a double edge. It's going to have a nice bevel and then a sharp chopping edge at, oh, I don't know, 22 degrees or something like that. So that will leave a nice beefy, durable edge for chopping and slashing and cutting, and it will be sharp, but it'll be durable. Okay. I'm going to take a short break, and that's 180. I'm going to move on up to 180 here in a second. And time to pet my dog. Okay, I just Googled the kind of edge I'm talking about, and it's called a symmetrical double bevel. You have your flat, you have your primary bevel, and then you have a 15 to 22 degree final bevel, which makes for just a very, very sturdy chopping, device, whether it be an axe or a machete, or even some cleavers have this type of a bevel. So it does have a name, and it's called a symmetrical double bevel. It's a long drive up to the plunge line. I still got a little work to do right there on the plunge line. And this side will be up to 180. And I'll flip it over, get the other side up to 180. My arms are, Jesus, they're just so weak. But I'm gonna get this whole thing up to 180, which is a huge, accomplishment for one day to go from, the belt to 150 to 180. And after this, after 180, the grits do get easier and easier. So, all right, let me work on the plunge line a little bit and then flip the knife over. Doesn't get any more interesting than this. I did a short yesterday, nothing important. It just, I didn't even know why I did it. It just kind of pissed me off. I got like 3 happy birthday messages from entities that don't even know me. And it kind of pissed me off because they don't care. I mean, they're pretending that they're caring about you, and it's just, I don't know, it's insulting. That's the way. And I got to thinking, I spent 4 lengthy stays in the hospital, 2 major surgeries, my wife coming back, leaving at dark, coming home at dark to be with me in the hospital.
And these people that don't even know me, it probably doesn't mean anything to anybody but me. It just kind of pissed me off that it's so disingenuous and pretending that you care about someone by sending them a computer-generated birthday card. And if I were to walk in their building, they wouldn't know who the hell I am. And it just hit me wrong. Well, I did a little short about that. And man, I have gotten some really mean comments. Really mean. It's like sometimes people look for shorts so they can leave a mean comment. I mean, if the subject matter was anything else, I do get on my shorts, I get an astounding number of really awful, mean, hateful comments where, you know, they have thought about it and carefully worded to try and hurt someone as much as possible with a couple of short sentences. It's really bizarre that some people have that need to insult and hurt other people. And sometimes I just remove the comment, and sometimes I write F-U-H, capital Q. I'm no better. But that short, I got an awful lot of comments that are removed. I don't get it. Why it would bother anybody, but apparently it did. And there were a couple other people that completely understood what I got, these faceless entities pretending that they care about you. And, you know, they're insulting your intelligence is what it is. And that's all. It just seems like they're insulting your intelligence. Whew. I'm just doing a flat, and then I'll shut the camera off and I'll do the bevel, because the bevel requires I stick my tongue out like that. Almost. I might even finish it with this one piece of sandpaper. No, not gonna happen. You can feel the instant the grit is gone on this sandpaper, which is good, because you don't waste your time continuing to sand after the grit isn't doing anything. Ah, so close. Almost. A little bit more, just a tiny bit more. Okay, now I got to do about 3 times that effort on the bevel, and this whole thing is up to 180, and it's looking good. So this is going to come out nice. So I don't know how much I'm going to do today. This may be it. My arm's really sore. See you in a bit. Alrighty, that's 180. That's 220. It's about 12:30 midday. So I think
I may see if David's home and go bring those knives to him. Take a little break. And I may just come back and see if I can get this up to 220. This man who wants this, he's been waiting a very, very long time. And I have felt kind of guilty that I have, you know, since I've been home, I've been kind of working just a tiny bit at a time on this. But I'm making some headway now. We are en route to a machete. And I'm looking forward to making the sheath. I'm really enjoying the leather work. And this is going to be a nice knife. It's going to have a African ebony black handle. And I think he wants a black dyed sheath. So it's going to be a really interesting combination. And I probably even put a black paracord lanyard through the handle. All right, break time. And this may be the end of this video. If I do come back, 220 is probably going to be all I can get to today, because otherwise my arms are just going to be worthless tomorrow. So if this is it, have a good Saturday. If not, then you will see me send this up to 220. Breezy, you ready to go home for a bit? Okay, that is 180. I'm stopping at 180, but I did go ahead and get the handle set up and drilled, and the nose cut at my 30-degree angle and buffed out. So that's what this is going to look like. And that's not African ebony, it's African blackwood. I think it's pretty much the same thing, but so that's what we're roughly going to look like. And all right, that's it for today. I'm going to go run these knives over to David, and then I'm going to come back and sit with my wife for a little while, and then that's probably it for me. So have a good Saturday, and tomorrow I think I'm going to do my headlights. So we'll see you. I have just done, hold on a minute, a 3-step process. Well, 4. I polished all my chrome. And then on my paint, I have this 3-step Meguiar's process. Basically, it's a mild polishing compound, and then a polymer coating, and then the last coat. Oh, my battery's going dead. The last coat is carnauba wax, and this is probably the cleanest this bike has ever been. Because I like to polish. I just like polishing. And I used to really like polishing my truck. I hear you, baby, just a minute. So, yeah, we are shining. All right, tomorrow, doing headlights. That's it for me. It's been a long day. We'll see you. Can't wait to ride.